Hey, so I wanted to talk a little bit, just bringing awareness that platonic, like emotional closeness, platonic intimacy, platonic cuddling, is really a skill. It's really a skill and an ability that is not common in our mainstream United States culture. Uh, Personally, I want to bring this up to give you like some friendly heads up that this may be a learning process for you. I know it was for me, for most of us. It may include some times that are a little bit emotionally confusing, and to really cut yourself a lot of slack. Just give yourself a lot of permission to for it to be new, for it to be a learning process and not have it all figured out or totally. To be honest, probably made totally comfortable right away. If we think about it, this is not something that's modeled in our culture much, like in media and movies and songs. Most of like the strong expressions of emotional connection or love, caring, um, or significant touch is with people who are in a romantic or erotic connection in our culture and in the media. I know for myself and probably for most of you, people we grew up around and still are around. Mostly it's like limited to that or to young children. There's not, I don't think it's too common for people around us to have really emotionally close and expressive, intimate, platonic connections, friendships in their life, or sometimes even with family when they're adults. Uh, yeah, and just a note that I'd say in my personal life and in my professional journey, I've found that this is even more lacking in men's experience. Um, and yeah, I'd say to be honest, it can be, I'd say on average, it's a little more challenging, or I'd say it's more common for it to be confusing or a little more challenging to men because I think even less so than women, or compared to women in United States culture, men are allowed even less expression of feelings, even less expressions of affections in platonic relationships. Um, Men, yeah, I'm not gonna say a certain. I'd say when men have emotional intimacy, I think it's probably even more expected to be sexual or erotic or romantic. I think like in our culture, women are given more permission to have those deeper connections, maybe especially with other women. Um, and yeah, I'll just share a little story that like this has been a journey and a learning process for me, a skill building process. Honestly, I remember in college, if a attractive person, and specifically I was like only attracted to women at that time, if an attractive woman gave me a hug, automatically I thought she was into me. I thought she had a crush on me. I thought she was attracted to me. I remember one specific example of this very wonderful and warm a woman who was I think she grew up somewhere in Central America, so she had a different cultural background than me and most of the people that I was around. And compared to most people in my life I interacted with, she was relatively much more warm, emotionally expressive, and physically affectionate. Like she liked giving hugs, maybe little bit longer. And honestly, I just thought like, oh my gosh, she must be so into me. Because yeah, I wasn't didn't know, didn't realize or have the experience, wasn't taught that we can have that level of platonic connection, and doesn't mean that there's romantic or erotic interest. And I think I asked her out, and or kind of, and it just wasn't there. So it was part of my learning experience, and that's okay. Yeah, I'll be saying more about this topic. Maybe I'll do a video, even the next one, maybe something similar. Please feel free to reach out, ask me any questions, or you can subscribe or to the channel, or yeah, get on my newsletter if you'd like to hear more. Thank you.